Okay, this is day 76, and the big surprise news yesterday was Bannon saying basically Jared Kushner laundered money for Deutsche Bank for Trump. Uh, this is the building of the EB5s that I've been talking about so much, and there is a property in Jersey City that I think there is some truth here, and Kushner is going to be guilty of that. But it's again accuse the opposition of what you do yourself is the best defense. Now, the question if you watch the series, I've said Navy Intelligence, the ONI, Office of Navy Intelligence, through the Chief of Naval Operations, it launders money in Hollywood. It's CIA, that wing of the Navy kids, I call it CIA, launders its money through Hollywood. So we're going to just look at Steve Bannon and see if he actually played that role in Hollywood or not. So, if you hadn't seen this comment yesterday, basically, this is what I love so much about doing these quick videos at different places in Washington, D.C., and then people will come in with all the information. He was a special assistant in his years at the Pentagon to the Chief of Naval Operations, and so we're going to ask who that is. I think it was Watkins. Somebody, it may be the predecessor to Watkins, but we'll see. But then the old Georgetown masters at night, the old CIA masters, was Bannon that guy? Was he sent to Hollywood to launder the money for the Navy and their Navy drayage, what they call drayage? Again, the Navy doesn't care really what's in the container. They just want the fare. They want the drayage. They want the toll for the shipment. And who would be doing that? Who would be doing that? Would the Chief of Naval Operations be doing that sort of pay to play? Would the Master Chief Petty Officer that reports to the Naval Operations be involved in that? Was Teresa Grafenstein ever the the Inspector General of the Chief of Naval Operations? These are all questions that need to be answered, right? So if you're not familiar with this article in New Yorker, it came out about Steve Bannon's the most dangerous political operator in Washington, D.C., and it came out. It went through his history and so forth. Dad worked with AT&T, not saying he was involved in the spy agencies in any way, but then anyway here he says a low-level official at the Pentagon. Anytime I see this, why are you hiding the fact that you were the special assistant to the Chief of Naval Operations? Doesn't make any sense. This is negative metadata. This makes things jump off the page. When you underplay something, it makes it jump off the page, and immediately that's where I go. So if you don't remember James Watkins, he was the Chief of Naval Operations, but then he went on to become the Secretary of Energy for George H.W. Bush. If you watch the series, you know that the Secretary of Energy controls uranium. Uranium, the number one buyer of uranium in the United States, of enriched uranium, is the Navy. All the vessels in our nuclear Navy run on. Did he report to Watkins? Did Watkins then use this drayage money to then send to Hollywood? Then Steve Bannon starts this Hollywood scheme. Was that also is the reason why Steve Bannon knows so much about money laundering is because he was involved with Watkins? Well, there's just happens to be a guy named Tim Watkins, if we go back to the New Yorker article, that he ends up doing a movie about Reagan with, the Reagan Wars. If you read down a little bit, you can see he goes into this big thing with Tim Watkins. And the thing I like about Steve Bannon is he doesn't go in halfway or half measures. He likes Riefenstahl, who made Triumph of Der Willen, It's like a Nazi propagandist, So anyway, you can read that New Yorker article. It's a good article. So if you don't know the Chief of Naval Operations, the Navy Inspector General reports to the Chief of Naval Operations. Now, I actually met the Chief Inspector for the Inspector General here in this hotel at 5 a.m. I won't go into that detail, but he's the one who told me about dog teams. And I said, would dog teams ever turn over a room? He said, well, yeah, that's something they could do. They're all, Navy SEALs. Yeah, that's who we hire. So, but this is the Naval Reserve with these dog teams. So we'll get to dog teams a little bit later on. Say, in this series, we've gone to one observatory circle many, many times. I haven't gone to the Whitehaven location because I don't want to be accused of harassing Hillary, but that's there. Navy has a long history in cryptology of all the services. Navy, they broke the Japanese code at Pearl Harbor, etc. They became the NSA. So this ONI, Office of Navy Intelligence, really created the NSA. So just keep that in mind. Let's talk about another Chief of Naval Operations who went on to become a Joint Chief of Staff, Admiral Mike McMullen. Why is he important? He has this connection to Pakistan. He seems to know everything that's going on in Pakistan. He seems to be talking to this guy named Haqqani quite a bit, right? Here's all the WikiLeaks talking about Pakistani ISI. He knows the S wing at ISI is all the Taliban operations and so forth. Was he negotiating Osama bin Laden's attack through Haqqani? We don't know. Was he also doing the drayage negotiations? It seemed like it. 2 days of negotiations to give the long lat of where Osama bin Laden was seems very simple. He's here. But 2 days of negotiations, that sounds more like a business deal. To me, that sounds more like a Haqqani. Now, Mike Mullen wasn't not shy about talking about the Haqqani network. This is what Trump just talked about, was the Haqqani network. And he said, hey, Pakistani ISI supports the Haqqani network. There's nothing here that's being kept a secret. He says it's the corridor in Kashmir where all the cash is coming, where all the cash is being smeared. It should probably be called Kashmir. But anyway, the cash is being smeared in Kashmir right here through the Haqqani network. Admiral Mullen knows all about it. Okay, so here's Huma getting classified access, State Department access, right, to portals. Now the key question is, what portals? Is this the Maritime Data Awareness Portal, which is a very significant DHS portal? Is this the PRISM portal that they have up at NSA, which is being able to do deep dives and dossiers on people? Is this the Palantir portal, which is kind of a combination of those two things, being able to do deep dives in real time with, combined with satellite information, cell phone information, plane surveillance information, a total awareness package? What is Huma logging into here? Huma's mother being from Pakistan, Huma's mother having a lot of experience with that Kashmir, where they smear the cash in that key corridor, along with some partners there.